welcome back to my channel. My name is Stefania and I am an RN circulator. So I've been working in the OR, the operating room, for about 2 years now. I wanted to share some tips with y'all for any new nurses who are looking into becoming a circulator, or if you are thinking about transitioning into a different department in nursing and you're looking into the OR. I just have some tips that will help y'all out when you do make that change in your career. While you're in that training period, while you are shadowing a nurse or while you're following a preceptor, have a little notebook. I got mine from Walmart, and it's just a little notebook that you can put into your pocket. It's easy to carry around. And while I was precepting, I took notes on all the surgeons, on all the procedures. For each surgeon, I had notes, because at the end of the day, we're working as a team. So whatever can help us move efficiently, I have in that little notebook in my notes for each surgeon. So if you have not looked into doing that, I would recommend to start taking notes, and it will save you in the long run. Now we do have something in our hospital, in our department, and I think that's in every OR, that they have a surgery pick list. Now in your surgery pick list, there are things for the scrubs to pull out for the case, and there are things for the circulator too, like what meds you'll need, how will you need to position the patient, what dressings you would need at the end. Our department, we update our surgery pick list. However, not all hospitals are like that. So some hospitals, some departments, you cannot rely on their pick list, which is where your notes come in handy. But I'm grateful that our department, our pick list is pretty up to date. So we can always refer back to our pick list if we don't have notes on a certain procedure. So that is the first tip. Take notes, have a little notebook, rely on your pick list if you can. So our coordinator posts our assignments like the day before. So we know if we're going to be assigned to a room, and we know what types of equipment we will need to put into that room for the next day, because we know our assignment ahead of time. So one thing that I would suggest is, if you know that you're going to be in a room and you are working the day before, make sure your room has everything it needs for the next day. And that can be stocking your drawers. Have the equipment already in your room so that the next day you don't have to be running around trying to find things, trying to stock up your drawers, stock up your room with what it needs. If you do that the day before, it will help you a lot for the next day. Now, there are times that you can be so busy the day before that you don't have time to get your room set up for the next day. And in situations like that, I come in early. When we clock in at 6:51, we're considered late. So on a good day, I'll say I come in at 6:30. Now, if I know I'm going to be the first case for the surgeon, if I know I'm in the first room and I didn't have time the day before to set up my room because I've been busy all day, then what I'll do is come in at 6:15 and stock up my room, stock up the things I'll need for the day for all my cases. Trust me, y'all, those things will help you stay ahead of the game. For example, today I have a late start to my day. So as you can see, we already have our room set up and we have a late start today. So our first case is at 1 o'clock and I've already made up my bed. I have all the equipment I need for the case, and even the scrubs have their stuff set out for what they'll need. And then my prep stand is made. So those little things I've checked in my drawers, and I've stocked up the extra supplies that I need. Now, one thing about the OR is that you need to have effective communication with your pre-op department, your PACU department. But before you get your patient, you have the opportunity to look through their charts. So there are paperwork that needs to be in the patient's chart for each case. So their history and physical has to be done. The anesthesia plan has to be done. And if you know you have a case coming up and you're missing an important factor in your history and physical, it's important to let your surgeon know or their physician know, because you can't roll back with the patient if all their paperwork is not aligned. So the sooner you can look and check for all the paperwork for your patients, the better. So usually the day of that morning, I like to look at my first case, of course. Look through the chart, make sure everything's good. If there's something missing, I'll contact my preoperative nurses before I contact the physician. And I'm always looking at the dates in the consents, the dates for the history and physical, making sure that the plan is there, anesthesia has written their notes. It's just a checklist that I need to get done before I can bring the patient back. And so if there is something that is out of date or something that's not complete, contact your preoperative nurse first and see if they have talked to the surgeon. That way you're not going to the surgeon and they get aggravated at you because they've already been told the situation. So make sure you communicate really well with your preoperative nurses so that you are all on the same page. One of the things that aggravates surgeons the most is when you have them waiting. And when you have them waiting too long because of paperwork that wasn't good, or you're missing an equipment, like that is when you see the other side of your surgeon. So if you can look ahead and check your paperwork for your patients, that would be good. So all these things are good things to look out for, are good habits to have. And trust me, if you are doing things that are helping you and your team be more efficient, you will have a good day. And your doctor and your team will appreciate you for it because you're always one step ahead of the game. Let me know down below if you are a new nurse or if you're looking into becoming a circulator. Let me know how that goes, how the process is going for you. And if you have any questions, any videos that you would like to see about being a circulator, I'll be happy to drop those videos down for you guys. But those are 3 tips that I wanted to share. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.